Okay, free radicals, welcome back. My name is Dave, and this is the Radical Independent. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. We're trying to keep the channel going here, folks. And I need your support. If you can help me out on PayPal or Patreon, it would be appreciated. So, this video, I know this is kind of an old story now. I didn't really cover this when it happened. Gabbard hits Clinton with a $50 million defamation lawsuit over Russian asset remarks. This comes to us courtesy of Fox News, who, by the way, whether you like Fox News or not, you got to get over it, because they actually give Tulsi a fair shake. They've given Bernie a fair shake. They talk about Tulsi and Bernie more than a lot of the other neoliberal candidates running. I know they do talk about Joe Biden a lot. He was the vice president. He has a very high level of name recognition. But anyway, this lawsuit, of course, is a result of this podcast where Billary suggested that the 2020 presidential candidate was the favorite of the Russians, meaning Tulsi Gabbard. And she was a Russian asset. By the way, I'm hoping Dr. Jill Stein will join in with this lawsuit, because she was mentioned by name, and it was even said that, I don't know if Jill Stein is ever going to give this up. She might not want to give it up. Well, Hillary, she's not running this time, so I think she gave it up, if it were true. It's not true, but these people, they just say anything. And that's why I think Tulsi Gabbard did this. She knows that the work she's doing here might actually be more important than even running for president. Look, I want Tulsi to be the nominee. And I've said, if Bernie gets the nomination, I'm going to have to think about voting for him, because there's no alternative. You can write Tulsi in, but Bernie might need your vote. And by the way, the smear machine against Bernie is going to be on full blast. As soon as he wins either Iowa or New Hampshire, or for the establishment, God forbid if he won both of those, which is almost a guarantee that he's going to win the nomination. It shows also how weak all of these neoliberal candidates are. It really does. Because here's a 78-year-old self-identified democratic socialist. Okay, and I've told you over and over again how I feel about the S word. I just heard Kim Iverson say the same thing, that she thinks it's dumb to call yourself a socialist because of the perception. Just call yourself an FDR Democrat. Call yourself a Democrat reformer. There are so many great words. And by the way, write that one down. A Democratic reformer. All right? Because I think that would be the key to getting into the brains of a lot of independents who've been brainwashed by this idea that socialism means that you're going to get locked up, thrown in a gulag, all your rights taken away. The government's going to control every aspect of your life, including the means of production and so forth. That's not what Bernie's advocating at all. It's not what Tulsi's advocating. It's very important, people, that we get a hold of language, because words do matter. Words mean things. And if you're throwing terms out and people instantly have it's kind of like having PTSD. If you hear socialism, you're going to be like, no, I'm good. I want to go and fix stuff, but I don't want that, And it's a waste of valuable time then trying to re-educate, explain. There are people on Twitter that want to fight me and say, oh, well, we have to. No, you don't have to. You know what you have to do? You have to be able to explain positions to people and how they're going to help them. How is this position going to benefit them? Not, hey, I'm a democratic socialist and I've showed up to be the most rebellious candidate. I want to create anarchy. I want to burn it all down. And okay, an independent, somebody's a little more conservative, is going to say, bye-bye, bye-bye. Nice talking with you. So anyway, getting back to Tulsi, it's really important that Tulsi Gabbard stay the course and be in this race, because honestly, she's doing incredibly important work, whether it's against what happened to her with Google, who's this giant corporation they're kind of responsible for how we all think these days. I mean, algorithms, I'll tell you what, algorithms, they can shape somebody's views on a number of things. Since I'm into music, by the way, algorithms can shape what music you get to hear. Because a lot of people aren't getting their music on the radio anymore. They're getting it from YouTube or Spotify. And when algorithms kick in and tell you, okay, you like this, so now we're going to send you over to this, whether you ask to be sent there or not. And the same thing is happening on the political scene. You know, if you say you like politics, all of a sudden ads for Tom Steyer start flooding your feed, and you're like, whoa, 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 no. I may have donated to Tulsi Gabbard, Act Blue, but I do not want to have anything to do with Tom Steyer. Okay? So we have to reshape our own world in the image that we want. We can't let AI or any of these things basically tell us what to think and how to behave. And that's, by the way, and that's the kind of stuff that Hillary and Biden and Buttigieg and Warren and all these neo-libs, this is what they want you to do. They want you to just be part of the herd and be herded into your little cage where they can, hypnotize you with propaganda 24/7. So, I'm not saying that Tulsi running for president isn't super important, and I'm believe me, I'm full steam ahead. She's doing great up in New Hampshire. She hit 8% in a poll. I did a video about it. But quite honestly, Tulsi Gabbard is doing work that nobody else is doing. She is trying to reshape our future by challenging these people and saying, you know what, you can't keep getting away with this. You can't say stuff that's not true. That's why a lot of people like Tulsi more than Bernie, because they've seen Tulsi say, F that S, if you know what I'm talking about, trying to keep the video clean. She said that just off the cuff one time, talking about maybe, I don't know, I think the topic might have been our foreign policy and how we just keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. And Tulsi Gabbard said, nope, F that S, we're not doing that anymore. And I truly believe that her candidacy is a game changer, and it starts a movement at the very least of people who aren't going to just go along and get along. No longer. I mean, by the way, Donald Trump, whether you like him or not, Donald Trump ended up laying the foundation for this. He just turned out to be, Donald Trump. But he ran on the idea that he wasn't part of the establishment. He ran against the current prevailing views on foreign policy. What happened was he got there and he just kind of accepted the status quo and went along with it, and then does a good job being all, I don't know, angry at the media and so forth. He keeps his base riled up, but it doesn't help the country. It's just a political strategy. It's a ploy. I want Tulsi Gabbard in there because not only is she going to do all those things against the establishment as far as framing the conversation the right way, she's actually going to implement things that are going to be beneficial for you and I. So there you go. Tulsi Gabbard doing more important work than just running for president. Yes, she can walk and chew gum and apparently snowboard down a mountain at the same time. She can do it all. She's like a super candidate. She is. She's like Wonder Woman, and the media just, who? Tulsi Gabbard? CNN? Who? 8%? What? It's amazing. It's like we're living in a different dimension or something. All right. I'm done. Please support me. Patreon, PayPal, subscribe, hit the bell. I really need your help. Thank you. See you soon.